Happy Monday. I just wanted to share with you today what I'm going to be doing this week. These are my plans for what's going to be happening. Today, so far, I just had a dentist visit, my hygienic visit with all the x-rays to check on if anything needs more work. And right now, everything looked good in the x-rays, so I got an A+ from my dental visit. So I decided to celebrate by going to Popham Beach here in Maine, and I took a nice walk. It was very, very foggy, misty. You couldn't really see much, but the sounds of the waves. So I just emptied my sneakers out, which were full of sand, and rinsed my feet off and decided, well, you know what, I should figure out what I plan to do for this week. So that's what I'm going to share with you. So the first thing that I plan to do is work on my rug at least once this week. This is what I have left to do, and once I get to where I've got the weaving done, I'll do a video showing me taking it off the loom. I'm planning to have the loom going constantly because I have all kinds of sheets that I need to use up, and that's I make them into rugs or placemats kind of things. So I think after I get this one done, I'll be getting it all strung up again for the next one. But I will show you how I take that off the loom once I get it done, which is going to be close. And then I'm going to do that once this week. And then I also want to do an hour on my Beauty All Around block. This is one of my wool applique blocks that I'm doing the applique on. And I want to do an hour on that. I also would like to maybe get another block ready to go. I'm planning to visit the family at the end of the latter half of August. And I'd like to have a bunch of blocks ready to go with me to work on while I'm down there. So I think I'll get started on that. And like my goal will be for getting another block done this week, attached, fused onto the background fabric, so that I'll have that to work on when I'm down there. Also with the slow stitching, I've been doing the slow stitching with Jean Kept in Stitches. And we have 28 stitches that were done. And these are the ones that I've completed, 28. And we still have a lot more pages that you make into your slow stitching journal. But I have some more books that have stitches in them. And I think what I want to do is make some more of these grids. I want to look through this book. This book is from 1979, and when I was looking through supplies for embroidery stuff, old supplies. Now, I had neighbors that had given me things, and when I was a teenager in my early 20s, and this was this says a copyright of 1979. So it's 100 embroidery stitches. So I want to go through this and identify some stitches that I might want to learn and add that to my slow stitching journal. I also had gotten this from Missouri Star, left-handed stitching. So I want to go through that and see if there's any stitches in here that are not any of the 28 that I've already learned, and add some of those in too. So that's one of my goals this year this week is to go through these books and identify some more stitches that I want to learn, and also make the grids and identify the blocks with those stitches that I want to learn. So that's a goal for this week. So I have the rug, Beauty All Around, the slow stitching, and I've started the quilting on Wacky Weave, and I want to get this done this week. So this is the Wacky Weave, And I'm just doing straight line stitching, as you can see. It's directional, so I'm going in different directions based on what the stripes are. So I still have quite a bit that needs to be done on that. I have to decide on what I'm going to do for the borders. So that's also what I plan to do this week. So I would get the quilting done on this, get the binding attached, and then hand sew that. If I got that done, then, and all the other stuff done, then I would move on to working on Bunny Fluff, which is from the Bella Rose box. And I have the top, it's a little table runner. I have that pieced and sandwiched. This is the back. I used the scraps from the bunnies. This was all my fabric. They did not provide any fabric in this, just the pattern and some buttons for the eyes. So that will be after I get Wacky Weave done. I want to do Bunny Fluff. I know I still have my third quarter UFO challenge to work on, but I haven't scheduled that yet. I want to get this other stuff going first. I just want to have a variety of things that I'm working on during the week. So that is my planned week. That's what I plan to work on for this week. And I anticipate also getting the Creative Notions box at some point. It spent 3 days wandering around the New Jersey distribution center for the U.S. Post Office, and it decided to leave and head this way this morning. So all depending on how long it decides to stay in the Southern Maine distribution center will depend on when I get it. Usually my packages want to get out of there, so they usually are like out. They arrive and then they're out, and they make it up to our local post office pretty swiftly. So I'm hoping that I'll either get that tomorrow or Wednesday, and I will do a box opening once I receive that, because I've been avoiding all of those, anything having to do with the Creative Notions May-June box. I've been avoiding, so I can be surprised by what I got in my box. So that will be happening this week sometime, hopefully. And also 19 July, which is Saturday, the Cali Co Block of the month will be available for download. So I'll be downloading that pattern on Saturday. But you'll probably be seeing me earlier than that. As I get things done, I might be, posting them if I get things done. And give you some progress reports on what I'm working on. All right, so let me know what your week's going to be about. I can't believe so far today I've done no sewing. That's totally unusual. I usually start the machine up so that I can even just get a couple stitches in, but I'll be doing some tonight. All right, I hope you have a wonderful Monday and a wonderful week planned, and let me know what your plans are. All right, and I'll see you soon. Bye.